Hello, and welcome to my Dragon Age Inquisition playthrough. I have played this game countless times before, so this is definitely not my first time through. However, I wanted to do a playthrough where I went and read every single codex entry that I found. And I have read them all before, but it's been a while, and sometimes it's just nice to go back through the codexes. It's one of my favorite parts of this world. That's why I enjoy playing this game so often, is because the lore and the codexes and the characters are so interesting to me. So that's basically my goal for this playthrough, and I've never recorded any gameplay before. This is my first time doing this, so things may be a little bit off. I don't have a fancy setup here. I'm recording right from my PS4, and it's a base PS4. It's not very fancy, but we'll see how this comes out. This is the first one I'm doing. I did record character customization. Obviously, I've blown through all that here. You see my character. I did record it, but I don't know if I'm going to put it up. We will see. So basically, quick background on what I chose. It's human female character, a mage, and her name is Cersei. I picked normal for difficulty. I explained this briefly when I did it, but it's, I've beaten this game on Nightmare before, and I've done all the trials. I have the Platinum Trophy. I've done every single possible way that you could possibly play this game. But when I replay it, I usually go for normal or even casual, because I just I don't want to be stressed out by it. I just enjoy playing it through. The difficulty in the combat isn't why I like this game. It's the characters and the lore. So that's why I picked that, and I'm using the default world state. I do have a lot of world states in the keep, but for this one, it's just a fun little playthrough that I'm going to use for my first foray into making videos. So I thought that I would just do default. Before Dragon Age 4 comes out, whenever that might be, I will go back probably and do a full replay starting from Origins. But I don't know if I can record those because I just have those on PS3. But anyway, that's super far in the future. Right now, we're going to start our playthrough with Cersei and see where we go. So I will just be letting all the cutscenes play without talking over them, at least not very much. I'll probably do minimal commentary as I'm playing, but really my main goal is to read all the codexes out loud, and go through everything that I pick up. So try and save my voice to do that instead of commentary, but of course I'm probably going to have things to say about certain people. So okay, let's get going.
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now. The Conclave is destroyed. Everyone who attended is dead. Except for you.
Oh, so already making commentary. I sort of want to play her as being a little bit innocent, a little bit naive. She grew up in the Circle, and is from a royal family, not hugely royal, but so she's a little bit naive, but she's a sweetheart. So I think I'm going to mostly go with the uppermost dialogue options. So let's start with this.
What do you mean everyone's dead?
Explain this.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I don't know what that is, or how it got there.
You're lying!
We need her, Cassandra.
I'm a little bit torn between whether to be confused or sad, but I think I'll go with sad.
I can't believe it. All those people. Dead.
Do you remember what happened? How this began?
I remember... running. Things were chasing me, and then... a woman?
A woman?
She reached out to me, but then...
Go to the forward camp, Liliana. I will take her to the rift.
What did happen?
It will be easier to show you. We call it the Breach. It's a massive rift into the world of demons that grows larger with each passing hour. It's not the only such rift, just the largest. All were caused by the explosion at the Conclave.
An explosion can do that?
This one did. Unless we act, the breach may grow until it swallows the world. Each time the breach expands, your mark spreads, and it is killing you. It may be the key to stopping this, but there isn't much time.
You say it may be the key. To doing what?
Closing the breach. Whether that's possible is something we shall discover shortly. It is our only chance, however. And yours.
You still think I did this? To myself?
Not intentionally. Something clearly went wrong.
And if I'm not responsible?
Someone is, and you are our only suspect. You wish to prove your innocence? This is the only way.
I understand.
Then...
I'll do what I can. Whatever it takes.
They have decided your guilt. They need it. The people of Haven mourn our most holy, divine Justinia, head of the Chantry. The Conclave was hers. It was a chance for peace between mages and Templars. She brought their leaders together. Now they are dead. We lash out like the sky, but we must think beyond ourselves, as she did. Until the breach is sealed. There will be a trial. I can promise no more. Come. It is not far.
Where are you taking me?
Your mark must be tested on something smaller than the breach.
All things in this world are
Here we go.
Open the gate. We are heading into the valley. The pulses are coming faster now. The larger the breach grows, the more rifts appear, the more demons we face.
How did I survive the blast?
They said you stepped out of a rift, then fell unconscious. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was. Everything farther in the valley was laid waste, including the Temple of Sacred Ashes. I suppose you'll see soon enough. Stay behind me!
Okay, combat. So I already know how to do combat, so this is the tutorial. It doesn't tell you how to use powers until later, but I'm gonna use them anyway. Because it's much easier.
It's over.
Drop your weapon. Now!
I'm always tempted to pick the special dialogue options, but I don't think she would say that, so I think she's just gonna do what Cassandra says.
All right. Have it your way.
Wait. You don't need a staff, but you should have one. I cannot protect you. I should remember you agreed to come willingly. Take these potions. Maker knows what we will face.
Where are all your soldiers?
At the forward camp or fighting. We are on our own for now.
So, I don't know if anyone's going to be watching this that has never played these games before. I don't know if anyone's going to watch this anyway, but if you're new to this game, one of the biggest tips that I have for you is always use this search option. It is so helpful. It feels weird at first to be constantly pressing the button, but it lights up things that you wouldn't even know were there. Tiny little, chests and resources and everything like that. It's so useful. Little bits of money. Highly recommend. Oh, and it's pressing the left stick is how you search like that.
There! Watch out! If we flank them, we may gain the advantage. One down!
And there are things like this that, because now I've played this so many times, I just know are here. But it's worth exploring if this is your first time through, just to see where things are, and to explore the environment. This game is beautiful.
Up on the hill. It attacks from a distance.
Where did it go? Oh. Just sort of pre-collecting a few of these resources. You need some iron for a quest that you have to do early on. And I always pick up usually whatever I can find. It's usually worth it.
We're getting close to the rift. You can hear the fighting.
Who's fighting?
You'll see soon. We must help them.
Quickly! Before more come through!
What did you do?
I did nothing. The credit is yours.
Egg.
At least this is good for something.
Whatever magic opened the breach in the sky also placed that mark upon your hand. I theorized the mark might be able to close the rifts that have opened in the breach's wake. And it seems I was correct.
Meaning it could also close the breach itself.
Possibly. It seems you hold the key to our salvation.
Good to know. Here I thought we'd be ass-deep in demons forever. Varric Tethras, rogue, storyteller, and occasionally unwelcome tag-along.
Are you with the Chantry, or...
Was that a serious question?
Technically, I'm a prisoner, just like you.
I brought you here to tell your story to the Divine. Clearly, that is no longer necessary.
Yet, here I am. Lucky for you, considering current events.
I honestly think they spent more time modeling Varric's chest hair than literally anything else in this entire game. It looks so good for no reason. Like, it's way better than any of the other hair you see in this game. I don't know I don't know why they spent so much time on it.
It's good to meet you, Varric.
You may reconsider that stance in time.
Oh, I'm sure we'll become great friends in the valley, Chuckles.
Absolutely not. Your help is appreciated, Varric, but...
Have you been in the valley lately, Seeker? Your soldiers aren't in control anymore. You need me.
Ugh.
My name is Solus, if there are to be introductions. I am pleased to see you still live.
He means I kept that mark from killing you while you slept.
You seem to know a great deal about it all.
Unlike you, Solus is an apostate.
Technically, all mages are now apostates, Cassandra. My travels have allowed me to learn much of the Fade, far beyond the experience of any circle mage. I came to offer whatever help I can give with the breach. If it is not closed, we are all doomed regardless of origin.
That's a commendable attitude.
Merely a sensible one. Although sense appears to be in short supply right now. Cassandra, you should know. The magic involved here is unlike any I've seen. Your prisoner is a mage, but I find it difficult to imagine any mage having such power.
Understood. We must get to the forward camp quickly.
Well, Bianca's excited.
This way, down the bank. The road ahead is blocked.
We must move quickly.
I'm really happy with the way that she looks in cutscenes. Sometimes you make a character and they just don't appear the way that you thought that they would appear. I actually don't think there's anything else over here. But she looks great. I'm really happy with her. And it fits the personality that I want for her as well. With those little worried eyebrows. It's very adorable. Okay, so we're about to come up to where they show you how to use tactical mode. Let's wait till we get into it.
Glad you brought me now, Seeker.
Here we go. Okay, so tactical mode, which is the stop motion, I don't know, combat thing. I have used tactical mode specifically when I was playing Nightmare. Because it does help with positioning your party so they aren't constantly getting in the middle of things if they're not supposed to be. You can mouse over these to see if they have immunities, so you're not just attacking them with stuff that doesn't do any harm to them. This one says it's an elite. Like, there are definitely advantages to this if you're playing on a harder difficulty. And you can control what spells people use, and, you know, for Solus, I guess technically I do still use tactical camera for dispelling rifts, which you'll see at some point if you aren't aware of how to do that. I hate that you can't get back up the hill. No, I don't want to do that. Cancel. Whatever. Get back up there. Here we go. Okay. So you can cast barrier as like a first strike kind of thing to make sure everyone is protected a little bit. It's good for that. And yeah, like I said, the only time I ever use tactical camera when I'm playing on a casual or normal difficulty is to dispel rifts before monsters or in demons form. That's really the only time I ever use it. Sometimes I'll pause it if I need to dispel barriers as well. It can be a little bit easier to control, but generally I don't use it because it's not necessary. And I also don't really control... let's just get this going while I'm talking. Oops, I'm still on Solus here. Yeah, I generally don't, I shouldn't have done this because now I can't talk and fight at the same time. And I don't remember what I was saying. This is gonna be something new. Okay. What was I gonna say? I generally don't use tactics or anything for other characters. I don't control them. If you're playing on casual or normal, you likely will not need to control your characters that much. Sometimes they're stupid, and they will stand in fire, or especially when you're fighting dragons, this can be problematic. Sometimes I do use tactics to make sure that they're positioned where they need to be. Like there's a dragon that is an electricity dragon that you fight with a lot of water in the area, and the AI doesn't understand that you can't stand in the water or else you'll be electrocuted. So I generally like to order them to go certain places sometimes with that. But yeah, in general, don't really bother too much with the party. They can handle themselves on the lower difficulties. Oh yeah, fun tip about this. For some reason the fire in this zone doesn't hurt you. So you can walk right through that fire and it's not a big deal. Just a fun little tip there if you want to get the stuff that's in that house.
So, are you innocent?
I don't remember what happened.
That'll get you every time. Should have spun a story.
That's what you would have done.
It's more believable and less prone to result in premature execution.
I hope you reanimated through all this.
She's resourceful, Seeker.
We will see for ourselves at the forward camp. We're almost there.
I forgot they talk again there. I don't actually like that fire spell that they give me. I like Immolate better, so I'll probably change that up when I get to Haven.
Another rift!
We must seal it! Quickly! They keep coming! Help us!
Up. Lovely. Okay, so like I just said, I'm not happy with yeah. I guess I should probably be reading all of this stuff too, but I don't think I will. I think I'm just going to concentrate on codexes and war table missions and that kind of stuff. So if you want to read this stuff, you can always pause the video, I suppose. So yeah, I'm not super fond of Flashfire. It's fine, but I like this a lot better. So I'm probably going to respec pretty much everything when I get to Haven. So really it doesn't matter what I choose now. I'm not entirely sure how I want to play this yet either. Like I said, I've played this game so many times. I've done all these types of magic. I've done all the specializations as well, so it's kind of just doing whatever I feel like. I think for me personally, electricity magic is the most fun. This is one of my favorite spells. Energy barrage. It's just cool. It's just really cool. So you know what? I'm gonna pick this, and then I think I'll just pick barrier, just so I can have a barrier. Again, when you're playing on this difficulty, barriers are handy, but you don't need them, especially if you've got another mage in your party that you can cast barrier with, so you don't necessarily need to keep it, but it's always handy to have, and then you can also work your way down the tree to dispel, which is incredibly useful to have. whether it's with, if you're not playing a mage, give all of your mages Dispel for sure. And if you are, you might as well have it too, because if you have 2 mages in a party with Dispel, you can obliterate a rift in about 2 seconds. You can pretty much stop the second wave from spawning almost in its entirety, or at least get rid of some of the bigger threats. And Cassandra, once she gets her specialization, you can also do it with Spell Purge. But I find that it's a little bit more difficult to use because she has to be, it's a close effect spell, so she has to be sort of right next to where the rift spawn point is, and often she's not where she needs to be, so there we go. Alright, so now we've got Barrier, we've got Chain Lightning, Energy Barrage, and Flashfire. So, there we go.
Rift is gone. Open the gate.
Ta-da!
Right away, Lady Cassandra.
We are clear for the moment. Well done.
Whatever that thing on your hand is, it's useful.
I did use a potion, so I'll refill.
We will do no such thing.
It is
Ah, here they come.
You made it. Chancellor Roderick, this is...
I know who she is. As Grand Chancellor of the Chantry, I hereby order you to take this criminal to Val Royeaux to face execution.
Order me? You are a glorified clerk, a bureaucrat.
And you are a thug, but a thug who supposedly serves the Chantry.
We serve the most holy, Chancellor. As you well know.
Justinia is dead! We must elect a replacement and obey her orders on the matter.
Isn't closing the breach the more pressing issue?
You brought this on us in the first place! Call a retreat, Seeker. Our position here is hopeless.
We can stop this before it's too late.
How? You won't survive long enough to reach the temple, even with all your soldiers.
We must get to the temple. It's the quickest route.
But not the safest. Our forces can charge as a distraction while we go through the mountains.
We lost contact with an entire squad on that path. It's too risky.
Listen to me. Abandon this now, before more lives are lost.
How do you think we should proceed?
So normally what I do here is go with the soldiers because I don't know if this is true, but it feels like it takes less time to do. I don't know. And it also gives you a little bit of Cassandra approval. The mountain path gives you a bit from Varric. But I always love Cassandra to be proud of me, so I'm just going to charge with the soldiers. Yeah, I think I'll do that.
I say we charge. I won't survive long enough for your trial. Whatever happens, happens now.
Liliana, bring everyone left in the valley. Everyone.
On your head be the consequences, Seeker.
I should equip people with this stuff. think I'll give myself a fire staff. I know that certain things that you get are higher, like this is better for Cassandra, but I don't, again, this difficulty, you can be a little bit more flexible with what you do. So I just prefer to keep the long sword, and same with the shield. It's just so big. And I just like this one better on her. It just looks nicer. And you can do that a little bit with this because you have a little bit more freedom. So I will put on my cowl. And I have helmets turned off because I hate the helmets in this game. They're so ugly. Alright. Look at that. It's so cool. Love that spell.
How many rifts are there?
We must seal it if we are to get past!
Quickly then!
Oh. Sometimes I try to get out of the way of those, but if you're not super quick about it, you're gonna get got.
Sealed, as before. You are becoming quite proficient at this.
Let's hope it works on the big one.
Lady Cassandra, you managed to close the rift. Well done.
Do not congratulate me, Commander. This is the prisoner's doing.
Is it? I hope they're right about you. We've lost a lot of people getting you here.
Oh, Cullen. I might romance Cullen this time. We'll have to see. He's one of my favorite romances. I think he's just absolutely adorable, so...
I can't promise anything, but I'll try my best.
That's all we can ask. The way to the temple should be clear. Liliana will try to meet you there.
Then we'd best move quickly. Give us time, Commander.
Make her watch over you, for all our sakes.
Temple of Sacred Ashes.
What's left of it?
That is where you walked out of the Fade, and our soldiers found you. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was.
In case you're curious, and this is something that I recently figured out, when you do the mountain path, you come down here from this direction. And this is where you end up as well. A fun little fact.
You're here. Thank the Maker.
Liliana, have your men take up positions around the temple. This is your chance to end this. Are you ready?
I'll try, but I don't know if I can reach that, much less close it.
No. This rift was the first, and it is the key. Seal it, and perhaps we seal the breach.
Then let's find a way down. And be careful.
Now is the hour of our victory. Bring forth the sacrifice.
What are we hearing?
At a guess, the person who created the breach.
You know this stuff is red lyrium, Seeker.
I see it, Varric.
But what's it doing here?
Magic could have drawn on lyrium beneath the temple, corrupted it.
It's evil. Whatever you do, don't touch it.
Keep the sacrifice still.
Someone help me! That is Divine Justinia's voice.
Yes, it is. Thank you, Cassandra. I just realized when the codex popped up for Red Lyrium, I don't think I'm going to go in and read all of the codexes that just pop up that you don't actually see. I guess if people are actually watching this and you think that's something that you might want me to do, feel free to leave a comment, and I will absolutely go in and do a couple of episodes that are just maybe reading codex entries, just as audio. Because they're very interesting to me, but it would take up a lot of time, so let me know if that's something that you would like me to do.
What's going on here?
That was your voice. Most Holy called out to you, but...
What's going on here?
Run while you can! Hold them!
We have an intruder. Kill her, now.
You were there! Who attacked? And the Divine, is she... Was this vision true? What are we seeing?
I don't remember.
Echoes of what happened here. The Fade bleeds into this place. This rift is not sealed, but it is closed, albeit temporarily. I believe that with the mark, the rift can be opened, and then sealed properly and safely. However, opening the rift will likely attract attention from the other side.
That means demons! Stand ready! We must strip its defenses, wear it down. The demon is vulnerable, now!
So I will say this fight on Nightmare was pretty genuinely terrifying. Because you really have nothing. You know, you're coming in here with very few spells, your HP is pretty low.
More coming through the rift!
People are all angling at me. Oh, wait. then as a mage, they give you a lightning spell, which is useless against a Pride Demon. So just keep that in mind. If you're fighting it, don't bother with your lightning spell. Make sure you've selected something that isn't lightning. And then you can use it on these guys. Holy moly! Okay, let me just place Cassandra here for a second. I did not expect myself to go down that quickly. Get her up, get her up, get her up! There we go. Oh, did I not get her? Crap. Come on, girl. Pull it together. Okay, let's go around here. Wow, that completely obliterated me. I did not expect that. Oh, I'm not me. That was crazy. That really took me out in like one go there. I was not paying attention. Oh, he's fine.
Do it!
Oh! I didn't know you were awake, I swear.
Don't worry about it. I
beg your forgiveness and your blessing. I am but a humble servant. You are back in Haven, my lady. They say you saved us. The breach stopped growing, just like the mark on your hand. It's all anyone has talked about for the last 3 days.
Then the danger is over.
The breach is still in the sky, but that's what they say. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
And where is she?
In the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
Alright, so we're in Haven. Just gonna collect this. I have the Avar and oh shoot. The Kunari one? The little add-ons. So I get these special shipments that give me the Stone Bearer, Avar armor, and yeah, Chakratar and Antemsar. Antemsar is one of my favorite things to wear. It's very stereotypically like fantasy armor, but I think it looks beautiful. So let's just read our first codex here. Patient observations. Vain hope. Someone better at this than me takes over before the survivor expires. Notes in case. Day 1. Clammy, shallow breathing, pulse over fast, not responsive, pupils dilated. Mage says her scarring mark is thrumming with unknown magic. Wish we could station a Templar in here, just in case. Alright, and actually I think, even though we just got here, I think I'm just gonna stop. This is the first recording I've ever done, so I kind of want to just not make it too long. I didn't really keep track of time, which is another rookie mistake, so I don't know how long I've been going for. But I think I'm going to stop here, make sure everything is recorded okay with sound and all that kind of stuff. Oh gosh, I really hope so. And then we'll pick up in Haven in the next video, and we'll have a lot more stuff to read, which is very exciting. So thank you for watching.